Welcome back, my Jedi friends, and today I bring you the missing link to all spiritual growth, to everything. This is it. This is the answer. This is the key. I am going to give you the formula to the missing link for most people that come at you with personal development and any sort of spirituality or spiritual growth or things that can ascend you or all of the other stuff. So let me give it you straight off the bat. It is fun, folks. Fun is the missing link. So there you go. It's job done. Could be a YouTube short. For those of you with low tolerance or patience, there you go. You have the formula. But I'm going to talk about this for a little longer, folks, for a little longer. So I hear so many people talk about spirituality, personal development, blah, 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 but it's all so fucking boring, quite frankly. And watching people have a bit of fun is the missing link. People that can laugh at themselves, self-deprecation, making things a little bit lighter, throwing in a little bit of comedy every now and again. Now, I realize that this is something that some people just naturally do not have. Some people just are not funny in any way, shape, or form. And if they try and be funny, it's even worse, which is why maybe they're just not the best teachers. I don't know. Maybe you love the serious approach, folks, but it's been shown in numerous settings that fun is the missing link. And let's look at it. Whatever you're into, whether it's personal development, whether it's ascension to spirituality, whether you want to levitate, or you want to find some sort of mad spiritual uh, goal, whatever it is, folks, then it has got to be better when fun is involved. Fun is involved because life can get difficult. There's enough people out there, there's enough negativity out there to make you feel ill on the process. And not only that, there's this whole sort of, well, to achieve a spirituality or a personal goal, there has to be sacrifice. So I believe that there's a mindset that you have to go through pain, you have to struggle, you have to suffer. There's almost this self-flagellating mindset that goes with achieving some sort of spiritual goal or some sort of personal development goal or some sort of life goal. You have to work hard, folks. You have to work hard. You have to do it. You have to do this. You have to do that. And before you know it, your life is not your own. Before you know it, you're not looking forward to getting out of bed in the morning. You're not really enjoying life. And not only that, folks, you could die suddenly in the middle of it. Because one thing I can tell you from my nursing days is that you will never get a warning if you die suddenly. Well, if you get cancer, that might be indicated as some sort of warning, hypertension, some sort of warning. You have a stroke, some sort of warning. Yes, you could get that sort of warning, but you won't get the warning the second before you have the stroke or the heart attack or get diagnosed for the cancer. So, folks, you just don't know. And I've worked in a emergency room or an accident and emergency department, depending which side of the Atlantic you're on for long enough to know that the most sudden things can happen, that life can change in an instant, folks. And if you're spending all this time sacrificing to a future goal and you're not enjoying the here and now, you're not at least opening yourself up to have a little bit of fun in your world, then you may have missed the point. You may have missed the point, my Jedi friends, because life is got enough shit in it without you needing to add more to it. So let's look at it. Let's look at the biggest perspective. Today, right now, you watching this video, here and now, folks, is the youngest and quite possibly the fittest and best that you'll ever be for the rest of your life. Today is the best day of the rest of your life as far as youth, fitness, longevity, looks are concerned. Now, you can dwell in the past. You can look at the younger you and think, yes, but I looked so much better back then. I used to have hair, folks. I used to have hair. There's all sorts of things you can beat yourself up at. I used to be wrinkle free. I used to be fitter. I used to be faster. I used to be stronger. All of these things. Or you could say, today, I am the youngest, the fittest, and the strongest that I'll be for the rest of my life. Now, that's not necessarily true, especially when it comes to fitness and strength. because it's shown that regular routines can build up fitness and strength at any point in life that you can make that decision. But you're far more likely to make that decision if you're in a good place, if you're having fun, if you're being light. Now, this was one of the very controversial things that I've had conversations with about people telling me what I can and can't laugh at. Now, I've worked with people facing death. I've worked with dead people, folks. I've seen dead people. Yes, I've seen lots of them. I've rolled out the corpses, folks. And let me tell you, with the team that I work with, there was nothing. Now, I'm not saying every time someone died, we started cracking up. No, that's not it. But every now and again, someone would say something that would just release tension, release. This is how good stand-up comedy works, folks. You set something up and you create tension, and then you come at it from a completely different angle, and there's a release. And that happens in the most serious circumstances for people that are truly masters of their art. A master of this art can take the most serious thing that happens to them in their life, or they can be in the middle of an argument and they can say something that could switch it. They could turn it around on its head. They've got this gift, this comedy gift, this fun gift, this way of looking at life in a lighter lens, a way of diffusing things. Now, maybe you've got, maybe you don't. Now, if you don't, then that's an issue, and we're going to get you to focus on finding these people. But most people have got at least one person in their life that's a little bit lighter than everyone else. Someone who's a little bit more fun, someone who's a little bit more good energy, somebody who loves to crack a joke, and it's usually your self-deprecating mate. They're used to laughing at themselves. They're used to teeing themselves up. They can take a joke. Now, taking a joke, that's almost a separate video in today's society, my Jedi friends, because not many people can take a joke anymore. You end up in a tribunal, or you get in a court of law. You have offended me. You've been offended. Well, this is the opposite of the people that love to be offended. And people that love to be offended, well, that's a separate video as well. Maybe I'll do a separate one on that, on what is offense and who is offended, and telling people to fuck off, which is probably going to be the real title of that video, folks. But that's, as I say, we've brushed on that in the past on this channel. And I'm sure I'll address it again down the line, depending on the comments that come in, my Jedi friends. But the bottom line is that having lighter people in your life, taking life more lightly, spending time with fun people, doing fun things is the missing link to most things, So let me ask you this question. Here's a question for you, folks. What do you do, or what have you done in your life that was the most fun? What was the most fun? Now, I'm thinking of stuff when I asked that question, that we did things like we did Quasar. Now, that was fun with the bunch of friends that I went with, because we spent the whole time shooting each other and laughing so hard that we got shot. I mean, that was the beauty of that, just a memory that pops into my head. The same when we did paintballing. The loudest mouse, usually the delayed gratification of shooting them later on, was always fun. It was pretty painful as well. I ended up with some serious welts on my back and the back of my neck. It was pretty painful, but sometimes the pain is worth it, folks. And I'm thinking adventure. When I bought one-way tickets to countries and not knowing where I was staying or what I was going, and the adventure of that, like, that's fun. That's a rush, folks. Not many people have got the balls to do that kind of thing, but that was the stuff that was normal for me back in the day. Right, I'm getting out, I'm buying a one-way ticket, I'm not planning anything. I'm just going to turn up at the airport and see where it takes me. And I have done that many times, my Jedi friends. I'm not sure I would recommend it, because you definitely need a certain personality type and a certain level of resilience and open-mindedness to even be open to doing shit like that, folks. But that was me. That was fun. That was the type of things that I used to do for fun, and I met fun people through it. I've got some great fun friends that are always able to throw a comedy aspect on things. So I'm going to give a few shout outs to my mates now. People I need to phone. If the chips are down, who do I phone to have a laugh? Well, my mate Damo's Irish, who lives in Australia at the moment. has always had that humorous aspect that I can throw it out there. Whenever I spend time talking with him, I usually have a laugh. I've got my friend Norm, who's in Ireland, and he's going through some seriously heavy duty shit right now. But he always somehow managed to pull out this comedy, this pathos, this comedy from tragedy. In fact, it was Norm that introduced me to the word pathos because his life is pathos. But not many people would have that mindset. Not many people that had gone through the difficulties that he's gone through would see any comedy at all in it. It's very easy to become humorless as life puts you down, folks. And even when you're in the deepest shit imaginable, the people that own this gift that I'm talking about are the ones that can crack a joke from the lowest point. They might not even be laughing at it, but they can still crack the joke. And that's what we're talking about here. You don't have to be high energy to have fun and crack jokes, folks. Sometimes self-deprecation, being able to laugh at your own situation, being able to find some sort of comedic element and being comfortable enough to share it with your friends, is a gift, folks. Because one thing I can tell you for people that are down and out, the last thing they need is a load of people turning up morose thinking that it's not appropriate to laugh. Now, some people might think that, but that they're definitely not in the majority. Definitely not in the majority. I'll tell you what are in the majority is assholes telling you what you should and shouldn't be laughing at, folks. There's plenty of them around, plenty of them around. And that is just the way of the world. You can't stop those assholes from coming at you. So the bottom line is to summarize this video is have more fun. Do things that you can have more fun in and spend more time with people that have a bit of a sense of humor, even when they're in a dark space, folks, because this is the missing link. For all spirituality, personal development, it's all too serious. Keep it lighter. You can keep it lighter by starting to laugh at your own situation. And it might be dire. You might be in a dire situation, but start to at least look for comedy, look for fun, spend time with lighter people and crack a few jokes every now and again. But do things, work out what you do to have more fun, and then do it, folks. Do it. And that to me is the missing link that so many people fail to talk about in any sort of spiritual or personal development circle. So if you've got a friend that makes you laugh, they are gold to you, my Jedi friends. Hold on to them. They are Jedis. They are Jedis. I don't care what their life circumstances. If they can make you laugh, they are Jedis, and you need more of them. Hang out with them more, spend more time with them, phone them up, phone a friend, my Jedi friends. And the ones that make you laugh are the winners in this equation. I'd be glad to know your own thoughts on this. By all means, share them in the comments. If you want more of my little insights, pearls of wisdom, or utter bollocks, depending on which angle you're looking at this channel at, by all means, do subscribe. And if you want another one of my little videos, then you will find it just there. But either way, my Jedi friends, go forth, have more fun in your world, and enjoy your life just a little bit more.